Good afternoon, my tribe. Thanks for tuning in to my numerology series, where I'm currently talking about all the life paths, which are equivalent to your sun sign in astrology: Taurus, Scorpio, Libra. If you don't know your life path number, go to one of my previous videos on how to calculate your life path number. It takes 2 minutes, super easy, use your birth date. And if you're a 7 or you know someone who's a 7, come on back here. So life path 7s belong to the mind group. So all the reduced numbers 1 through 9 belong to a group. There's 3 groups. One's the mind numbers, 1, 5, and 7. Then there's the business numbers, 2, 4, and 8. And then there's the creative numbers, which are 3, 6, and 9. So 7 falls into the mind group, when the mind group is always in their head, overanalyzing everything, okay? But when you meet someone that's in your group, it's an automatic connection. You just really get each other. So today we're talking about 7s. I have a special place in my heart for 7s. So 7s make the best paranoids and also the best scholars. So the life purpose, life lessons, and life themes for 7s they are the faith seekers. So they're all about having faith. Their life's all about analysis, introspection, and trust. So pretty much the life purpose of a 7 is to have faith. To have faith in themselves, to have faith, and I can also bring trust in here. So to have faith and trust themselves, to have faith and trust others, and to have faith and trust the world, the universe, spirit, oneness, whatever you want to call it. So that is their life purpose, okay? And they do this through spending time alone, introspection, and analyzing. So some positive attributes and traits of 7s are loyal, honest, direct, blunt, bright, intense, detail-oriented, childlike, and independent. Usually 7s understand children, and children understand 7s. Whereas a lot of times for 7s don't really understand other adults, and adults really don't understand them, for the most part. Some negatives: they have lethal tongues. Like I said, very blunt. So they have to learn to use tact when they speak to others. So they can have very lethal tongues, overanalyze everything. Again, mind number. 7s have an air of secrecy, an air of mystery, and that can get people obsessed with them, and I'll talk about that later. So they have that air of secrecy. They can be very exclusive. They can have a negative inner voice, difficult to know. They can be so virtually, by themselves and alone and out in the wilderness that they become recluses. So 7s are the recluse, and can be. They're terrified at their core of betrayal, terrified. They're prone to anxiety. They can be the eternal seekers. They're looking for the way to connect to spirit through other things, through gurus, through workshops, through, whatever they think. But what they learn over time in their life is that it all starts within, and with themselves. They can also be very distant. So, so for the most part, 7s are a little withdrawn, but in some cases they can appear gregarious in groups, but they still have a fortress-like, or they maintain a fortress-like inner privacy. They keep everything very close to their chest because they are so terrified of betrayal. So some great careers, because they're all about the mind, anything to do with the mind, philosophy, anything that's technical. Writers, anything to do with nature. Like I said, teachers, anything that teaches, researchers, and the mystics. Those are some of the best careers for 7s. So sevens, when they're operating on the negative side of the number and they just don't understand, they're overanalyzing everything, they can tend to be escape artists, just like 1 and 5 in their group. They can be seen as odd or different from others. Others can look at them and say, okay, they're not really from this planet, okay? And there's nothing wrong with that. But sevens tend to be different. They need way more alone time than others because introspection is part of their life's lesson. So they spend way more time alone than others. They're naturally psychic, and they need nature. They need nature to go within, to learn to have that trust, to learn to have that faith. They have to be alone. And in nature, nature's the best place to do that and to connect with spirit. So 7, as I'm sure a lot of you know, is a magic number in many cultures. 7 is wisdom. So throughout their life, they're seeing beauty and wisdom in everything, and that they learn so much wisdom, and then they can teach so much wisdom. Sevens don't necessarily understand others, just like others can look at sevens and be like, I don't really get them, they're kind of different, they're kind of odd. Sevens feel the same way. I don't really get other adults, I don't really get other humans. So, but they're always, just like all of us, are seeking unconditional love. So a lot of times sevens will have pets. Sevens are often misunderstood. Like, they can be kind of standoffish. People can feel they're kind of cold or aloof, and people feel that they're judged in the seven's presence. But sevens are just observing the world. They're just observing the world. So they can be often misunderstood. So, there is a thing. There is a 7 obsession, okay? People can be obsessed with sevens. It's a thing. It's a real freaking thing. So, because sevens have such an air of secrecy and mystery, people are drawn to them and they get obsessed with them. They can't get enough of them. So, examples of sevens: Lady Diana, Marilyn Monroe, and JFK. I mean, people were and still are obsessed with these people. So people can, sevens who, how should I say that? Let me repeat. So people can be obsessed with sevens. So, if you're a 7, you'll be like, yeah, a lot of people have been obsessed with me. Well, now you know why. It's a thing. Sevens, like I said, are always searching for unconditional love. And part of the life's path for sevens is not to be materialistic, okay? Because it's all about going within, being alone, and analyzing everything. So the material world is not, they still have to ground in reality, but, being materialistic is not part of their path, okay? So, to reiterate, life path sevens, their whole life's theme is about having faith, okay? Having faith and having trust, first in themselves, self-trust, self-faith, having faith and trust in others, and then having faith and trust in the universe, or whatever you want to call it. And they do that through being alone, introspection, and analyzing everything. Sevens are cool. Shout out to John. Shout out to James. What up? So sevens are awesome. So thank you so much for watching. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, please do. If you vibe with me, please leave your comments and questions below. I would love to interact with you guys. And have a beautiful day. It is chilly out, so I got my heater on. But you guys have a beautiful day and hope you stay warm.